The Office of Professional Accountability initially found that nothing had happened to him, that it was not wrong. But the director of OPA at the time said, no, that's not right. This is excessive force. And she stood up and she said that. And I will tell you this, she was quickly silenced by the chief of police in this city. And what happened? He exonerated these officers that did this to Mayoko Ali Barnes, in spite of all the evidence, in spite of everything he knew, in spite of the swollen eye, in spite of the swollen lips, in spite of all the pain that he had suffered, in spite of the fact that he had gone to trial and sat there for 4 days and risked incarceration over the truth. He exonerated those officers. And I'm sure that many of you have heard his response in recent days. Once again deflecting blame, it wasn't my fault, it was somebody else. I definitely would have sanctioned him if I could. Well, the truth has come out today. The truth has come out in the Seattle Times. If you review the article, it says that Chief Kurlikowski actually promoted one of these officers last week. So basically what happens is you get free license to beat black, brown, native, Asian, and poor. And not only that, you could get promoted. You could get a raise. This is a reality. This is a product of the institutional concerns that we have. And as I look around and I see Rajni Edens, the teacher artist that spoke today, who simply cares about his students, and I know the harm that was inflicted upon him, and as I look at Michael Brooks, and as I recount in my head all the clients that I have represented, many of whom had no criminal history, who were tasered in the chest, tasered in the back, thrown to the ground, and their cases were misrepresented by the police department, I say the NAACP and all organizations need to stand. It's clear that at this point, a vote of no confidence has been issued by the NAACP, but it's apparent that we do not stand alone. We stand with each and every one of you. It's apparent that other organizations and groups are standing with us. It's apparent that there is a necessary change that needs to occur. And it needs to occur so that the people of this city are protected. And so now the logical response, and this is going to come from the city, and this is likely going to come from the guild, and this is likely going to come from the chief, is, oh, well, Mr. Bible, we already negotiated this in a contract, and there's really nothing that we can do about it. And we're sorry that black and brown people and natives and Asians and poor people are being beaten, but we have to wait 3 years to renegotiate that. I submit to you that a contract that allows for the violation of constitutional rights is unconstitutional and void. We no longer should be dealing in the minutia of these ridiculous contracts. You cannot negotiate away my constitutional rights. You cannot negotiate away my ability to walk up and down this street peacefully, to interact with the people that I care about. These things cannot be negotiated. So the contract is void. And that's the position that the city council and the city and everybody in power needs to establish, is that the contract is void. We cannot wait 3 years for justice. We cannot say, oh, well, okay, it's all right that you beat my friend because I understand there's a contract. We cannot do that. It is time to stand. It is time to stand.